paid for, but
the ENN podcast.
He has a good energy, you guys.
Yeah. Can you believe it?
Sports.
Can you feel it? Can you feel that excitement?
The merchandise, wearing the hats.
Chris Wild here live from Lincoln Financial.
And I'm telling you, if you let Eli Manning walk into that stadium and make you look stupid and get a Giants W.
Music.
Wow. Whoa. Shit.
And more.
What's his next book going to be called? Spineless?
like
What is up? What is up, Eagle Nation? Everybody watching at home. I'm professional wrestler Chris Wild. This is the ENN podcast, and I'm going to crack this Truly. Still waiting on that Truly sponsorship. And when I'm done this, I'll be done this video. It's going to be a very quick one, as I have a Soprambros episode recording with Zach the Ripper Comics later on this evening. But look, guys, first off, I want to apologize for the lack of a preview video today. Last night was absolutely insane for me. More on that in the Soprambros episode. But it was just today, the Eagles and the Broncos at 425. What were the expectations going in? My expectations going in, I'll be honest with you, after watching the Broncos destroy the Dallas Cowboys last week, and the way that we lost against the Chargers, I didn't really have, and I guess for the past couple weeks, my expectations for this Philadelphia Eagles team has not been very high. I mean, how could it be? We didn't know what kind of team that we had. Good Nick Sirianni continue to stick with the run. I thought last week was the best game he's coached. Could he add on to that? I mean, there's just a lot of inconsistencies. And then the defense, after watching the Chargers not even punt once last week and literally take a 6-minute drive to destroy the Eagles' chances of victory last week, I just did not think I didn't have many expectations for this team coming into this game against the Denver Broncos. And look, man, color me surprised and color me absolutely ecstatic by the way this game turned out. Now, look, the thumbnail says the Eagles hulk over the Broncos. And when I say that, I mean, because the Eagles hulked up, man. They did in every facet of the game. Offense, yes, as much as I hate to say it. Defense and special teams, they hulked up. They said enough is enough. They put it all together, and it was a complete game. Now, did the defense annoy the shit out of me for a lot of the game? I mean, there was a couple drives where the Broncos just did whatever they wanted to on the ground against this Eagles defense. Yeah, they sure did. And Brandon, let's go Eagles, absolutely. But look, at the end of the day, the defense had a turnover for a touchdown. They stopped. It was on a 4th down too. They stopped the Broncos when they needed to. It was a bend it but don't break type of performance. And then the special teams, the block field goal. I mean, look, and this offense. And I'm going to do a video sometime this week asking Eagle fans, and I want to take a bunch of time today, but asking Eagle fans if Jalen Hurts is the guy. Like, is he the guy? Now, look, we saw today. Look, he must have took that personally, Howie Roseman scouting quarterbacks, because today was the best game I think Jalen Hurts has played. Now, in the second half, he didn't have to do much. In the second half, he cooled down a little bit, but they ran the ball a lot. And, I can't wait to get to that. I can't wait to get to that point. But as far as Jalen Hurts goes, man, he had a touchdown to Quez Watkins that was dropped. That ball to Devontae Smith for a touchdown. 2 touchdowns to Devontae Smith. The guy was accurate. He was on fire. Dallas Goedert got taken out by a helmet-to-helmet that wasn't even called. So he didn't even have one of his best weapons on the field. And then Nick Sirianni, man. Let's talk about Nick Sirianni for a second. The guy, look, the first part of this season, Nick Sirianni absolutely, for all of us, just completely made us all think that he was a one-and-done coach. And, I mean, look, this season isn't over. I get it. But ever since the flower power talk, this guy's put together a string of some good games. I mean, Detroit, obviously Detroit's horrible. We saw them tie today. Last week against the Chargers, I thought he coached his ass off. And then today, man, in Denver against a Vic Fangio defense, a good defensive football team in their own house in Denver, the altitude, everything. A team that And the Denver Broncos does not have a problem stopping the run. Nick Sirianni said, F you, I'm going to continue to run the ball, and he sure the hell did. Jordan Howard and Boston Scott absolutely annihilated, as well as Jalen Hurts, this Denver Broncos defense. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I honestly couldn't believe it. I didn't think that they'd be able to run the ball like they did. And I'm going to go back to this. I don't know who the decision maker is, who plays, who doesn't. Does Howie Roseman have the final say? But how in the hell, and I said this last week, I'm going to say it this week, and I'm probably going to say it for the rest of the season. How in the hell, and I'm using the hell word because I'd like to use the F word, but, it is what it is. How is Jordan Howard on the practice squad? On the practice squad for the first, 6-7 weeks of the season? How is that possible? This guy has been playing like the old Jordan Howard. This guy has been, look at what he did today. I don't have the stats. This isn't a stat podcast, okay? But he ran his ass off today, man. This guy has been dominant the past 3 weeks. And again, the Chargers' run defense sucks. The Detroit Lions team and defense as a whole sucks. So I get it. Don't get too excited about Jordan Howard. But this is a Denver Broncos defense that is good against the run. And Jordan Howard and Boston Scott, 5'6". Boston Scott, I'm 5'6", showed off those guns today, and he did his thing as well, man. It's just, to me, I don't understand where this was. Where was his play calling? I mean, it was mixed up perfectly in that first half. In that first half, he let Jalen Hurts make plays downfield. The RPOs, Jalen isn't great, I'm going to be honest, with deciding those, but they were minimal. He got under center. He mixed it up. He tried things. Some things didn't work. But just an unreal game plan today, I thought, by Nick Sirianni. As far as Jonathan Gannon goes, again, I can't kill him today. I can't because, yes, the defense, there were times where they let the Denver Broncos do whatever they wanted, but at the end of the day, man, 13 points. 30-13, 13 points, and 7 of those points came off a really big play to a tight end. No, he didn't score the touchdown, but he set up the touchdown. I mean, they were decent today. Game got a little scary at the end with Kelsey and Dickerson, who both rejoined and played. Dallas Goedert, hope he's okay. Can't believe this officiating team is this entire season. I've watched so many games with these officials are so bad. How you get Avonte Maddox on a taunting penalty after he let up a first down, but you don't call this obvious helmet to helmet, obvious on a guy, and then of course Goddard ends up getting taken out of the game is beyond me. I don't understand it. But the Eagles did what they wanted to in this game, and this was domination from start to finish by the Philadelphia Eagles against the Denver Broncos. And I'm going to tell you this too. This team should have at least 2 more wins. The San Diego game should have been a win. The San Francisco game should have been a win. And things are looking up for this football team. They just are. And again, you have to, as much as you want to kill some of these guys, Davion Taylor came to play today. The defensive line of the Eagles, except for Derek Barnett, how many times we're going to sit here and watch him with these ridiculous penalties, pretty much came to play today. They made Teddy Bridgewater uncomfortable. And at the same time, look, it's the thing. One of the things that annoys me about this defense, and I'm sure a lot of you would as well, they're good against the bad quarterbacks like Teddy Bridgewater, but it's good quarterbacks. These guys usually go clean. So luckily for the Eagles, they play some bad quarterbacks coming up. You're talking Daniel Jones. You're talking next week, probably Trevor Siemian. I mean, so, we're going to, man, can we get a home win? All the Eagles wins this year have been on the road. Who would have thought that? But just a great game. And the next guy that I want to talk about real fast before I end this, again, it's not going to be one of these long videos that I normally do. Devontae Smith, man. Devontae Smith took over that first half. That catch over Surtain in the end zone was unreal. The guy was a menace on the field, even with his little bionic arm because he hurt his elbow in practice. He, and it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Devontae Smith. He just looked like a little Hulk out there. I talk about the hulking up. And there's an obvious chemistry between him and Jalen Hurts now. Jalen Hurts is going to make it very, very hard on the Philadelphia Eagles. When I say that, is because at the end of the season, they're going to have to look at this and go, are we really ready to let this guy go to another team and get them into the playoffs, maybe be a franchise quarterback for them? Or do they take the chance and then he's not that good? It's tough because there's so much promise in this dude. That ball to Quez Watkins that Quez dropped was picture perfect. Like, you couldn't put it anywhere better. And he of course, he had that one interception that his hand got hit on. But man, he is a baller, and he balls out when he needs to. And there's times during the season where I questioned him. Is he the guy? Like, what is this guy? The Dallas game, he was bad. There's just so much. There's so many games where I'm like, I don't get it. I don't know. But this was not one of those games. He looked, again, I don't know if it was the fire under his ass because his GM was scouting other quarterbacks, which the GM should. He's a GM. I don't know. Maybe it was the altitude. Again, I tell you, the Denver Broncos have a good defense. They have a good defense. So for them to do what they did today, and again, the offensive line, kudos to them, manhandling the Denver Broncos all game long. Really awesome stuff, guys. I don't have much more to say about this. Normally, I can bitch and I can complain and I can yell and I can scream and I can go crazy. But this is, I mean, look, this is a rebuild, and this is what you get. And again, the rushing yards, I think over the last 4 games, they've got like 762 rushing yards, which is insane because we were sitting here complaining that the Eagles weren't running the ball. And now here we are. And we talked about in the beginning of the season, during the offseason, we talked about this team's offense kind of looking like the Indianapolis Colts offense. The first month of the season, it did not at all. Now, this is what I'm seeing right now. This is kind of the Indianapolis style. So it makes me wonder if Lurie and Howie said, this is a passing league. We need to try to pass the ball. And that's what Sirianni was trying to do. Or if this is just like, I don't know, Jordan Howard and Boston Scott stepping up because Miles Sanders has been out. And what happens when he gets back? This is going to get really interesting, guys. I'm looking forward to next week. Hopefully the Eagles can give us their first home victory. I mean, it's crazy to say. Here we are in the middle of November, almost Thanksgiving, and the Eagles haven't won a home game. And I've been to 2 of them. Hopefully they can give us that. I'm going to make this quick. Again, I have a recording to do with Zach. And then tomorrow morning, man, I'm going to get some ink therapy up and down my arm. I'll reveal that to you guys after it's done. I've been thinking about live streaming that. Wouldn't that be something? But I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited about it. And, this is going to be a good week with the Eagles starting it off. Unreal. 30-13 the Eagles put up in Denver. Jalen Hurts looks like the guy we wanted him to be. Nick Sirianni actually looks like, and look, nobody's talking about this, but Sirianni's the best rookie head coach. He is. He's better than Saleh. He's way better than the guy in Detroit. Maybe Brandon Staley, you could say, maybe, but Brandon Staley has Justin Herbert, so I don't know, and Austin Eckler, and a great offense. What Nick Sirianni's had to deal with is a lot of injuries. I mean, again, you think about some of the stuff this guy's had to deal with. But Flower Power is alive and well. With that being said, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Great Eagles win 30-13. Hey, listen, that little thing scrolling down there, donations are definitely welcome to the channel. You can Cash App $ Chris Wild Wrestling if you wish to donate $1, $2. It doesn't matter. Any little bit helps, and it all goes back into the channel as I look to get to a couple more Eagles games this year, and hopefully get some better equipment as well. A new camera would be great. But hey, guys, there's nothing wrong with it, and it would look what a fabulous game. There's nothing wrong with a game on a Sunday night. Everybody, I hope you stay safe. What's the tagline? What is it? Stay safe. Stay healthy. Go Birds. Birds win 30-13. Hulk out and show them guns all day long. Showing them guns. Mwah, 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 mwah. Eagles win. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
The following announcement has been paid for by
The ENN Podcast.
He has a good energy, you guys.
Can you believe it? Can
Sports.
you feel it? Can you feel that excitement?
The merchandise, wearing the hats.
Chris Wild here live from Lincoln Finance.
And I'm telling you, if you let Eli Manning walk into that stadium and make you look stupid and get a Giants W.
music,
Wow. Whoa.
and more.
What's his next book gonna be called? Spineless?
like